Understand something. Plain and simple. To me, Abigail was a delicious poison. An intoxicating, overwhelming poison. Yowie wowie! That felt good! Yowie wowie. Let me in.
What's up, everybody? It's Monday, so you know what that means. It's another episode of Abby's Window, and we're back. We had a small occurrence last week that we just might talk about tonight, but yeah, let's go ahead and do this thing. Of course, I'm Jeff, and as always, we have the one and only, our resident Abby, Jodie Gilly. We're about to go on screen now for everyone's viewing pleasure. So, Jody, how are you this evening?
Good. It's Monday.
Good.
Always a busy day at work, but
Mondays. I will say that I had the day off, but I really didn't have the day off. You know, those kind of things. But hey, it was like mostly a day off, so good. You know, good little relaxation kind of. So, but yeah, let's give some shout outs to some folks real quick, and we will get into the image that's on the screen right now, because we got to talk about that image. So we've got Moda, Rusty Shackelford, Jason Peace. Somehow, Jody, you are mysteriously and supernaturally in the chat. James Chadwick, Jen Carter. Let's see here. Rated R Wrestling. Robert Morris. Let's see who else here. Butter Spark. James Grant. Joey's Adventures. Hello. Sean Suslowitz. I got it right. Or as Rusty said in the chat, Sean Shenanowitz.
ooh, I like that.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Let him in. Hello. Roxana, Charlie, Ashley, Bella. Hello to you from Facebook. Hayden Garrett. Let's see here. Shane Loki. Big Dan. What's up, Big Dan? Steve Walker. Timbo869. I think I saw John Cena Gamer out there as well. Piers Wrestling. The Sunny Wolf. EJ Movement talking about what a great show Hard to Kill was. It absolutely was. Hard to Kill was great. I feel like the only thing that they missed is having Steven Seagal show up during the Ethan Page Karate Man match, but that's neither here nor there. That's for tomorrow night when we'll discuss that. Let's see here. Yeah, good crowd to start out tonight. So Jody, we got a little bit of a happening last week, and it started.
Got some shenanigans.
Got some shenanigans, one of our favorite words. And Kevin, thank you for joining. C Wrestling, thank you for joining. C says the Fiend isn't hard to kill; he's impossible to kill. That is very true. Very true. Big Dan talking about my Buccaneers making it to the NFC Championship game. Yes, that is correct. I'm happy. It's been a long time. Jody is not looking at.
You're gonna have to fight next game.
We might, because Jody's not very happy right now because my Bucks have advanced and her Panthers are they
suck.
See, I'm not saying that they don't suck,
Okay,
but
you can say it.
Here's the thing though, they advanced, so we do have a representative of the NFC South in the championship game, in the NFC championship game. So I'm happy about that, even if it had been the
But
Saints.
you're going against Chris's team now.
Oh gosh, and I like Chris. I do. We'll have to talk. We'll have to talk offline because I'm a little bit worried about this game. But either way, I'm just happy that the Bucks made it this far. It has been since 2003 since we've made it to this point, and yeah, that's a long time. So
They got their work cut out for them up there in Green Bay.
They do. It's gonna be. I will say this: Tampa Bay played the Packers earlier this year. It was one of the most lopsided losses that the Packers have had this season.
Yeah.
They went on to destroy everybody pretty much after that loss. But that was in Tampa. This is going to be in Green Bay. And I don't know how many people have been to Green Bay, Wisconsin, but this time of year, yeah, I mean, you sneeze and your snot just freezes as it comes out of your face. So just going to say that. It ain't Tampa. We'll just leave it at that. It ain't Tampa. So, so anyway, but yeah, I'm really happy about the Bucks making it. EJ Movement says, oh yeah, the Ethan Page thing. We'll get into that. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that. See Wrestling got an earful as to what I had to say about that. So we'll leave it at that for right now. Cult of Wyndham 83 says, hey guys, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let's see here. Other Mother, Sam. Thank you for joining. Okay, Sean says, us Boston peeps are rooting for the Bucks, New England South. Hey, we need all the rooting we can get right now. Just go ahead and throw it our way. And Sean, by the way, I don't know how many of you guys look at, Twitter or whatever, but Sean got a heck of a tattoo. That tattoo was sick, dude.
Amazing.
Sick. So if you haven't checked out Twitter to see Sean's tattoo, it was amazing. So
it's making me rethink mine in June now. I was not going to go for another Bray tattoo, but I might have to now.
What now? You might have to reconsider. Yeah, that was a sick tattoo, man. We got more people just piling in, more people. We've got Eric Travis. Let's see who else we have. Other Mother, Sam, thank you for joining.
Tazzy was in here at some point, but he disappeared.
Okay, yeah, Tazzy, Sean Rousset. Awesome. Okay, well let's go to the news at hand. So last week we were supposed to have a match between Drew and Randy, and obviously that didn't happen for real world issues with COVID. So we got Triple H showing up there, and honestly, it was really good to see Triple H. It was really good to see him.
I'm glad that he got to do his signature move, with the water. I thought for a second they weren't going to let him do it, but
yeah. Let's see here. Sean Rousset says he's saying, "Hey to let me in." So I'm sorry, I thought that was another message. So we got this, this encounter, which I'm really happy with. And then we got the sledgehammer, the patented sledgehammer from Triple H. And, why not just take it up another way?
Until it came out from under the ring.
It did. It did come from under the ring.
Set on fire.
Yeah. So, we get Triple H and this thing ends up on fire. And then all of a sudden the lights start to dim. And then it becomes pitch black. And then it's not so pitch black. And I don't know why my stuff isn't loading right now. So that's fine. We'll fix it while we're on the fly. Things like that happen.
Then Alexa shows up.
Yeah, then Alexa shows up,
And then you get, goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Yes, you do get great, yeah.
A ball of fire.
A ball of fire. You know what, though? If it's not going to show up the proper way, we'll just do it this way. look at that. Just look at that. I mean, that is like that's so crazy. So crazy. Rusty saying, tighten up, Jeff. This is unacceptable. Yeah, I've let you all down. I apologize.
Technology.
Yeah, technology sucks sometimes. But anyway, Seven Fiend says, hello, everyone. Hello, Seven Fiend. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so then we get this moment, and it's crazy. And I mean, has it been done before? Of course it has. But there's just something about this moment that was just so cool. And before we
Never
go,
been done by a woman before.
true. So, with that being said, Jodie, what was your impression? What was your first thought when we saw this happen? Like, what went through your head at this point?
Well, after I picked my jaw up off the floor, I hit message to the other admins in the Firefly Funhouse group on Facebook was, holy, you know what? Alexa has firepower. And I think that's all I could say.
You have
Your mind
horsepower.
starts spinning and you're like, why does she have firepower? How did she get firepower? Who gave her firepower? What's she going to do with that now? Is that just a one-time thing, or is she going to be able to use fire all the time now? Like, whew.
You have horsepower. Now you've got firepower. And wow. This was an amazing moment. And obviously this photo that's here now is the aftermath of Randy having at the very least, his eyebrows singed off, maybe.
Free wax job.
Yeah, I mean, it's COVID, so anything you can do to kind of lessen some expenses. If you need some eyebrow work done, don't go to the expensive shops. Just have Alexa set your face on fire. And that's good enough. So, man, so what a moment this was. I want to get some comments here. Rusty says they should have flashed on the screen. Finish him. Yes. A nice throwback to Mortal Kombat would have been cool. James Chadwick says payback's a bitch. Yeah, it is. It is. Eric Travis says, Jeff, Triple H deserved it with the hammer on fire payback for saying I'm proud of Randy for what he did to Fiend. I hope we get Triple H versus Fiend. Well, you know what? Let's just start there, Jodie. Let's talk about Triple H's involvement in this. And yes, it was a last minute, probably a plan Z at this point. I think the last thing that they were expecting is to have Triple H end up back in the storyline. But here we are. Here we are. So where do you think Triple H fits in, if he does fit in going forward?
I mean, we all know Bray Wyatt. He is going to make the most out of whatever situation that he's put into. He will figure out a way to make it work for his story. If he had Triple H in his sights down the road, maybe the sledgehammer setting on fire was a message. Like, I see you too, brother. Don't think I forgot about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little theory about why the sledgehammer got set on fire. That was the Fiend or Bray's way of saying, I still got my eyes on you.
Yeah.
I haven't forgot about you.
Eric Travis says, Jeff, is it just me, or the purple resembles the 1992 purple glove from Taker? And I wanted to bring this up too, because I mean, that purple isn't there just for no reason. There's a purpose behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go too far down the rabbit hole, I mean,
Because
There,
you have a theory.
I know you have a theory, so let's go ahead and get that theory because I know you have it. So
I always have a theory. So if you look at Bray and Alexa, and it's pretty easy to say they both have two personalities. You've got Funhouse Bray, you've got the Fiend, you've got playful playground Alexa, and then you've got her darker side. If you look, and I'm not talking about personalities, I'm just talking about how they look. They are complete mirror images of each other. And if you think about a mirror, you're not seeing things as they are, you're seeing a reflection. So they're reflections of each other. If you look at Funhouse Bray, he's very polished looking. He has his hair back. He's got nice shoes on. He's got the sweater. He always looks presentable. You know what I mean? And then you've got the Fiend, who's very disheveled. His hair's down. He's got the tank top on. He's very rugged looking. And then if you go to Alexa, so his dark side is the one that's, the disheveled looking one. With Alexa, it's completely the opposite. Her playground character is kind of the fun one. Her hair's down. She's wearing fun outfits. She's, just kind of doing her thing. And then her dark side is more like Funhouse Bray. It's polished. Her hair's up. She's wearing a dark dress. She's very put together. She's very serious. She's very, they're complete mirror images of each other. And I was thinking, why? Because together, all four of these personalities form a circle. One complete person.
I'm not
Kind of like yin and yang. Together, they form a circle. But there's pieces of each of them in each other. So that's
not gonna lie. When you told me that, and folks, let me let you in on the inside of it a little bit. Jodie, I forget what morning it was, but she sent me like all these different things in a row, and I forget what I was doing. I might have been working, but I was like, holy crap, I gotta go get my phone because this is like something's going on. So I go get my phone, and Jodie sends me all these things. I'm like, holy crap, this is genius. Like this is genius. I cannot wait for her to share this on the show on Monday because this is freaking amazing. Like the amount of work, and I don't think people really appreciate this, but the amount of thought and work that Jodie and C Wrestling and a lot of people put in to come up with these theories and the research that it takes. I mean, like my hat is off to you guys because there are so many things going on in front of us and things that are hidden in plain sight that the casual watcher just doesn't catch or pick up on, that Jodie or C Wrestling or someone will say, hey, well, why did this go this way? And then you have to think about it like, oh, God, there's something else that I missed. So kudos to all of you guys.
It's also a comic book thing too. That my initial thought was, who are these superheroes, supervillains that are actually, connected? Because my big question was, why Alexa? Why now? Like, what is it about Alexa that keeps them together as opposed to anybody else that he's had any other interactions with? And so I started looking at like superheroes, supervillains, horror movies, things like that to try to figure out why Alexa. And then I came up with that yin and yang. I found that yin and yang theory about twin flames. And twin flames are basically, people who share the same soul. And when they find each other, it clicks. And, his darkness is her light and her darkness is his light. And they're very much, when you find that twin flame, you're very much reflections of each other, and it just kind of all clicked. And I went, huh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Let's see here. Noob and Co. Thank you for joining. Sapphire. Who else joined us? Kevin Correa. Let's see. Kevin says, Jodie, was that Alexa or Bray taking over her body?
I think they're all one person.
You think it's all one and the same?
Mm-hmm.
See Wrestling, I know has
They
some.
balance each other.
Yeah.
That's another way to say it. They complete the circle. They bring balance to each other, but they're connected. And I don't know if we'll ever find out how, but that's kind of my theory about this twin flames, yin and yang theory.
Yeah. See Wrestling. Big question. If Randy's face is burnt on Raw, does he now need a mask?
It's possible.
I've honestly been saying I truly believe. I think a lot of people are expecting the Fiend to get a new mask, and I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. As a matter of fact, I think it's going to happen. But I think ultimately Randy will be the one with the mask, because I truly believe that he's going to finally have to hide something on the exterior, but him hiding the exterior will allow him to unleash what's really there inside of him. Like now you won't have to look at his face, and he doesn't have to show his face. It can be him finally saying, okay, you made me this hideous being. Now I get to unleash the hideous person that I truly am. And that's why I always keep going back to, let's take a look at who you really are. I don't think that's just the John Cena thing. I don't think that's just a thing that Bray says about himself. I think that that's something that's always been there toward Randy. Let's see who you really are.
It's very Phantom of the Opera.
It is. It's very, and you know the best way for them to do this. And again, you know, folks think I have inside knowledge of stuff. I don't. I love wrestling, and
You've been around it.
I've been around it. So like I just come up with these things. But what I would do tonight is I would do like a point of view shot from Randy and have him walking through the back and him encountering people. You can't see his face, but he's looking at people as if he's the camera, and he's looking at them, and they look at him in disgust, and it makes people physically ill. And they're like, oh my God, you need to get checked out. You need this, you need that. And then we close with him looking into the mirror as himself. And that's when we figure out what his face now looks like. You know, if you want to go down this road, I mean, there are a lot of different places. But if you want to go down this road, that's something that you could do to kind of bring up the fact that maybe he's the one that needs the mask now. And See Wrestling, I think, just said Randy's made such a big deal out of Bray hiding behind a mask, saying he doesn't need one. Makes sense. Bray curses him with a mask.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength there, my friend. So, this is what we do though. This is fun, you know, like having these discussions about what if, you know, like what if he's the one that actually ends up with the mask? What if that boar mask was actually for Randy all along?
I don't know.
Like what if that's the case? I mean, who knows?
You never know with Bray Wyatt anymore. Everything means something, and then you'll sit back, you know, a year from now and look back and be like, "What the heck?"
Yeah. Big Dan says, I'm thinking Randy equals Harvey Dent post accident in The Dark Knight in terms of personality. I
Mhm.
like that. I like that.
I'm still getting Freddy Krueger vibes for the Fiend coming back though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, there's so many, like, you've got horror elements, you've got comic book elements.
We know that Bray's a horror fan, so
Yeah. I mean, it is just so much that's there. John Cena Gamer says, I'm excited for Monday Night Raw, aka Monday Night Bliss. Well, it's
the purple light. Bray has a red light. She has
yep.
purple light. So I think it's just another, another Easter egg that that they're similar characters.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is Eric Travis says Randy with a Jason mask. Honestly, man, there was that Leatherface mask that Kyle put out the art for. Like, what if that's it? I mean, again, I'm not saying that any of us know that Randy's going to end up with the mask, but nothing in this feud is said just on a whim. Everything has a reason for being said. Everything is connected somehow, some way. And Big Dan is about to make me mark out because he just asked a question that I was going to ask Jodie, because I really want this to happen, but I don't think it will. Sean says, a busy weekend, travel home yesterday for St. Louis. Hope you had okay. So he's answering someone. Yeah, if you haven't seen Sean's tattoo, just go.
It's amazing.
Awesome. Shout out to Kyle too, because that again, man, amazing work. Amazing work. He does great stuff all the time. I'm still in awe of Jodie's tattoo, and seeing Sean's from this weekend was just absolutely incredible. Big Dan asked the question that I wanted to ask you, Jodie.
Mm-hmm.
Does Asuka possibly get added to the mix tonight?
Oh, I think that's definitely possible. For sure.
I think it's possible. I'd love to see it. Shout out to Delanio for joining us. I think it's possible. I'd love to see the return of Kana, her darker character that she had in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep going back to that. Like, that would be perfect to fit with what Bray and Alexa are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another cool thing. Everyone keeps talking about the family. What if we never see Bray with a family with men involved in it anymore? What if it's all women? What if it's Alexa? What if it's Kana, aka Asuka? What if it's Nikki Cross? Like, what? Anyway, Noob and Co says, Jeff and Jody, I got an interesting question. Do you think that Alexa might use the play or pain glove on Asuka? And do you think Asuka will turn heel?
100% she's going to use the gloves on Asuka. I think this is going to be a hell of a match, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The big question is she going to fight as Playground Alexa or as this darker side?
Yes. And do they do the Funhouse theme like they did it last week? Because who else absolutely loved that little twist to the Funhouse theme? That was great. Like,
that was awesome.
The horror movie fan in me, when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this is like the perfect opening to a really good horror movie that would creep the heck out of Joe, because I would involve kids when I wrote this. Like, I'd have kids swinging on swings in the playground, and Joe just he'd watch like the first 3 seconds of the film, like, hey, Jeff, good movie. I'm not watching it because you did the thing that I don't like. I just sparked something, didn't I?
What if the colors signify their innermost motivations. So if you think about the color red, color red is, associated with very strong emotions, typically anger. So obviously revenge for the Fiend would be his innermost desire, and that's why the light is red. With purple is about spiritual growth. A lot of times it signifies royalty. So if you wore purple back in the Tudor times, it signified that you were a royal. I just looked up what other things about purple. Purple inspires us to divulge our innermost thoughts, which enlightens us with wisdom of who we are. So if Alexa's kind of in this place where she wants to figure out who she is, and that's why her light is purple as opposed to red, which is that very strong, anger, revenge emotion. Purple is also often associated with royalty and luxury, and its mystery and magic sparks creative fantasies. So maybe that's why her light is purple. Although, if you go with violet, which is red and blue put together, it inspires reflection and self-awareness.
Reflection and self-awareness.
It's the color of the sensitive, compassionate, intuitive soul. But violet, like I said, it's the combination of red and blue.
Was blue on its own?
Huh?
Was blue on its own?
You mean besides the wall in the funhouse?
Yeah.
Blue color. Blue, trust and loyalty.
That I asked you that for a reason. And you said purple is the combination of the two. Okay.
So trust and loyalty with very strong emotions.
Yeah. Oh man, this is so good. Joey's Adventure says, Jeff and Jody, here's something I think people missed. A few weeks ago, Orton destroyed the puppets. Do you think when Bray returns, the Funhouse resumes and we get more dark and creepy puppets?
I would love that.
It will be great. It will be
I
great.
don't think so, though, because we've seen the puppets be destroyed before and they've come back just the same. I don't think things can change inside the funhouse.
Yeah.
Like it was exactly the same after Seth set it on fire. So I don't think things, because if you buy into this theory that the funhouse is imaginary and it's what is in Bray's head, it's not going to change unless Bray changes. So maybe if it is in his head and we're seeing what his imagination is doing and he starts to change, maybe we start to see the funhouse change.
Moda brings up a really good point. Something might happen to Asuka before Raw. They reported that she made it safely to the Thunderdome. Don't think they normally do things like that.
They don't.
You would be correct, Moda. You would be correct. They don't.
She posted on Twitter yesterday. I'm sure everybody saw it, but she posted that she wasn't afraid of Alexa and her friend because she already met the boogeyman backstage on Legends Night. And Alexa commented and said, "That's cute." She also retweeted one of Alexa's or Asuka's pictures that she had posted when she had her hair done and said, "That's cute. Come and play."
Yep, I saw that. I was like, oh god, this
I was
is
like, oh, it's about to go down. We're about to get some
this is about,
shenanigans.
yeah, this is about to get really, really good. Let's see here. Eric Travis says, Jeff and Jody, if Alexa put the heel glove on Asuka, this reserved for Asuka to turn on Charlotte. I think that was a big, like a big, that it's not like they put that team together to last, in my opinion.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's just a conduit to something more that's going to happen down the road. But I don't think it's going to be between Charlotte and Asuka, and that's for a different day, different time. Um, Roxana, Charlie, Ashley, Bella says, do you think Sister Abby is what controls Alexa? Now I know I'm going to let Jody answer this one because I know what she's going to say on this, and we'd probably say close to the same thing. So I'm just going to let Jody say what.
I'm going to say no because I think in that swamp match, Alexa personified Abby. But no, I don't think Sister Abigail is what is controlling her. I think it's her own inner darkness trying to bring out, that Bray is trying to bring out of her to show her for what she really is, try to get her to be herself. Also, you know, you've still got Abby in the Funhouse and they don't like each other.
Right.
So that's why I say no.
Right. Okay. So obviously we've talked about what happens with Alexa and what we think is going to happen. Here's just a really good question, Jody. When are we going to see this guy again?
Rumble.
So you don't think anytime before Rumble? You think it's definitely Rumble?
I think we may get teases, you know, get a laugh or some kind of hint. I actually think it would be interesting if Alexa challenged Randy at the Rumble on his behalf. So if Alexa is the one that issues the challenge, you know, we get some kind of little hint that, you know, he's not gone. He'll see you at the Rumble. You know what I mean? Like some kind of, you know, and it could be that Bray is the one that challenges him instead of Alexa, but I don't think we see this revision of the Fiend until the actual match.
And
what's going to get the biggest pop? You wait until a pay-per-view.
exactly.
So I think we may get some teases, like I said, a laugh or, you know, some funny lighting or something hinting that he was going to come back at the Rumble, because obviously that's going to make people tune in and watch the Rumble.
Yeah. I mean, I think we get some glimpses here and there. I don't think we see the Fiend at all until the Rumble. I think that's probably accurate. Now, on a personal note, I think that we probably were meant to see the Fiend before the Rumble, but obviously the loss of Brody Lee hit Bray really, really hard because they were such great friends. And I'm pretty sure that he's doing all he can right now just to hold things together. And, you know, you can't put a return date on something like that. You have to let people grieve in the way that they need to grieve. I think that there was a plan probably to bring him back before the Rumble just because of the ratings and everything else that comes with money and running a big operation like WWE. But I think I think at this point, I think the Rumble is probably the place to do it. You get the most bang for your buck. I'll say this: there are tons of internet folks, aka dirt sheets, as we call them sometimes, that are reporting some huge things for the Rumble. I would tell everyone to read those things and take them in with a pinch of salt, a grain of salt, because I don't know how accurate they truly are. But what I will say is, whenever you read some of those things, there's a hint of truth to some of those rumors. So, if you're the type of person that likes spoilers and that might like to have things kind of told to you before it happens, then by all means go ahead. But if not, stay away from some of those things because you might have something spoiled for you. Kevin asked, "Isn't the real Sister Abigail still in Mac Hardy's backyard? Is she still in the Lake of Reincarnation?"
I think so.
You think so? Okay.
She's biding her time.
Biding her
She
time.
will eventually find another host. That's my long-term theory. We've talked about that before.
Yes, she will find another host.
Because I think she is the only person that can ultimately defeat the Fiend.
Yeah.
That's my long-term theory.
Rusty asked, "Do we see him as he used to be, or do we get another version of him?"
Oh, I definitely think we're getting another version. I think they are going to seize the opportunity now that they know that USA wants darker content. I think they're going to seize that opportunity to push it as far as Vince will let them in terms of dark and twisted. So
yeah. Joey's Adventure said, "I said this earlier, but I think Alexa wants Randy to hurt her because that's the way the Fiend will return."
There's got to be something that sparks him to come back. I don't know quite what that is. I'm sure we'll figure out in the next couple of weeks, but there's got to be something, that makes him come back. I do think he's going to come back from within the ring. I would love for him to come back like surrounded by fire with the ring on fire and emerge from the middle of the ring. I think that would be amazing. And if that happens during the Rumble and we're doing our watch along, I may just go quiet for a minute because I passed out. So.
Oh man. Here's something good from Big Dan. He says, "Could we see Druids as a tease?" So maybe does he have the Undertaker's Druids as a part of, kind of the. I see. Personally, I would really like it if we got glimpses of different things. So, i.e., camera shenanigans. If we got a glimpse of a darker, like how cool would it be to get this sadistic looking shadow of a rabbit that has a carrot that looks like a dagger or something, and you see it in the shadows, and you don't see the actual rabbit, you just see it raising up this thing that looks like a knife, but it's a carrot. And that's our glimpse at, okay, these puppets are about to get dark. We get something.
I think you could do things like that with the Fiend too. You can, as the lights go out, you could have little pieces of him flash on the screens, in the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Maybe you see, a different color hair, or his pants that are singed on the bottom, or but I don't think we see the full form until Rumble.
And I don't think we should. Like, I honestly don't. I know people are like, man, I just want to see the Fiend already. I get that. I get it. Trust me.
I'll give them credit though. Alexa's doing a hell of a job in his absence.
Oh yeah, and that's honestly,
they're keeping the story going at least, which is
exactly.
It's not like he just disappeared and we get nothing else. They're keeping the story going, and I think that's part of the reason why they brought Alexa in. That both of them can have a little normal time and take vacations and still continue their stories because they're in it together.
Yeah. Um.
Which is
Okay, boy. Um. Sean Rousset says, "I want the Fiend to have a new entrance like Decays." That was awesome, by the way. It was really cool.
I think
I
he
would,
may have some fire in his entrance.
I would love to see it. I would love to see
Me too.
Rusty says, I would kind of like to see the children's choir wearing masks surrounding the ring again. I like that, only
That
scarier.
would be amazing.
That would be pretty cool. That would be cool.
I love Big Dan's comment. I love it. I love
I'm
it.
gonna I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna
Okay.
read both of it. What about fire lining the ramp on both sides as the Fiend walks down the ramp? Don't think that's been done before, and that would be epic. Agreed.
Yep.
Big Dan, okay. He says, Jeff, maybe Bray under a hood a la Darth Sidious, and you hear him say, "You have no idea what you have unleashed, Randy." Then the screen goes black, and all you hear,
See, I think that would work with Alexa doing it too. You still get the Fiend's laugh afterwards, but when she's confronting him, she could say, "You have no idea what you've unleashed, Randy, but at the Rumble, you're going to find out." And then it goes black, and all you hear is the Fiend's laugh.
"Oh no, Big Dan, you have intrigued me. You have me intrigued." James Chadwick says, "Entrance should be like the Broods." That would be crazy. If it was something where if you combined Aleister Black's entrance where he, did the raising up, but you somehow incorporated fire and the color red and did a couple of those things and had him kind of
Maybe
raise.
some blue. Talk about red, blue, and purple.
Yeah. My God. James Grant saying, "I hope since WrestleMania 37 will be at Raymond James Stadium, he and Alexa have their entrance coming from the ship." Listen, I don't know. Shut up, Alexa. Sorry. Every time we do the show, I have to remember to cut the thing off. Oh my God. Listen, obviously,
Kevin Owens is going to be the one that jumps off the ship.
yeah, Kevin is going to go off that ship. He was going to do it this past year. He put the picture out not too long ago. I mean, that's going to happen.
He's going to jump off that ship.
If you've never been to Raymond James, that ship is massive and it's glorious. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Bucks fan, but it's an awesome stadium. There's a lot of different things that they can do at that stadium that would be really, really cool. I mean, really cool. So just stay tuned there. Sapphire saying, okay, so Sister Abigail got burned by Randy, but she comes back getting revealed as lit. No, no. Fit here, Sapphire here, and obviously everyone can have their own opinion. Not saying that, but here's what I would say to you: think bigger. If we ever get to the point where Sister Abigail has a new host, think. I don't think it's like like Jodie said earlier. Sister Abigail has all the secrets. She has all the knowledge that can defeat this entity. You're not going to see someone like a Liv Morgan or a Nikki Cross face off against the Fiend. So what do you have to do? You have to bring in someone who Sister Abigail can possess, that has the physicality that can match up with the entity. Now, I have my theory on this of who I think this is, but that's for next week's show. I'm not going into it tonight. But that's for next week. See, we got to keep you guys coming back. So, I mean, Like we gotta tease all these different things. But I have my theory of who I think that is, and no, I don't think it's Bo Dallas. I know someone's gonna say that it's not Bo Dallas. Um, good God. Butterspart saying it's gonna be Hulk Hogan and drag. You know what? Let me tell you something, brother. Big Dan saying we might get a monster truck entrance at Mania that he was
trying
talking
to do that last year.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it. But it'll be like a Fiend inspired monster truck.
Yeah.
It'll be able to shoot fire.
Listen, and here's another thing too. Raymond James Stadium. They're known for something when it comes to fire.
Mm-hmm.
And every time the Bucks score, they say, "Fire those cannons."
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna say, somebody might get hit with a cannonball, and it's obviously not going to happen for real. It's going to be kayfabe, and it's going to be cinematic. But how cool would that be as a part of this with the fire? And
it'd be amazing.
It would just be absolutely tremendous. So, yeah, I mean, expect a lot of what we got. Expect a lot of what we got last time. So, Kevin says, who should Fiend fight at Mania if he's not winning the title?
I don't know yet. I still want to see kind of where this goes first. And then I'll decide. But right now I have no idea. I would love to see like Triple H. I would love that.
I'd love to see Triple H. We've said this a lot before. I'd love to see Jeff Hardy, a.k.a. Willow. I'd love to see Brock. I'm going to throw you somebody else out there that a lot of people aren't talking about. Why not Ali?
That would mean that Ali would have to come into the story a little further.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reveal something.
Yeah, like exactly. Like apparently someone was saying that there's something going on with Ali's Twitter. He said something about, you can't talk on the mic for a while, something like that. There might be teases at Retribution splitting up. You know what? Do a call back and go back to the days of the Hacker and bring something back in there and bring him in that way. Here's another thing too. You really want to elevate this guy I'm about to say? Put him in a match with the Fiend and have him look strong but not beat the Fiend, Bobby Lashley. Because at that point, if you
have history though,
they have a little bit. But create some. Create some, tension there.
Yeah.
Obviously we had the big standoff when it was Bray and you had Retribution and the Hurt Business. But create some more. Do something else. I mean, everyone keeps teasing this Brock and Lashley thing, and I really want to see it.
That'd be awesome.
But the way to put Bobby Lashley in that same stratosphere, have him do something crazy and epic with the Fiend, and let's see what happened. Let's see what happens there.
I like Joey's comment too, because a lot of people are saying that.
Yeah.
If it goes this way, if Trashberg gets the belt from Drew, which I think is going to happen, I'm almost positive that's going to happen. It would be good revenge for the Fiend to get it back from him at WrestleMania. He is contracted for 2 matches a year.
Yep.
So it's possible. That would be the only way I'd be okay with that storyline.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta tie up that loose end, because I'll be honest with you. Until they do, it still doesn't make sense. It won't make sense until they try to tie it up. And even if they try to tie it up, it still won't make sense. But at least they've made some effort to tie it up at that point. Okay, so here's the last thing. We kind of end this show every week the same way, and then we're gonna get out of here. I agree, Timbo. I don't think the Fiend needs the belt, but it would be nice if he had it.
He doesn't need the belt, but that would be a great way to close that circle.
Yeah, because it needs to be closed. We need to get some type of closure there. So, okay, Jody, what's going to happen on Raw tonight?
Shenanigans. I think we're going to see a hell of a match between Asuka and Alexa. I think we are going to see green mist from Alexa, because if you look closely at her tweet, she does post a puking gif or emoji. So, and they are puking green. So I definitely think that we could see the green mist tonight. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. I think we're going to get some kind of confrontation with Randy as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a good time to start this whole teasing of a possible match at the Rumble.
Wow. There you go.
I'm excited.
I am too.
Oh
yeah, merch. Let's talk about it. Look at that.
So it is Logan's birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
He is going to be 3.
3.
I got him a Firefly Funhouse t-shirt, and it has a firefly on the back.
That is so cool.
How cute is that?
That is awesome.
Open this in the morning, and I guarantee you he will not take it off.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure tomorrow night when he gets ready to go to bed, he's gonna ask to sleep in it. So just be just be prepared for that. Oh man. Well, folks, thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a really good crowd tonight. A lot of people really excited about this storyline. Yeah,
Enjoy it.
Everyone's saying happy birthday to Logan. Yeah, tell him happy birthday from all these folks and from us here. And I know he's gonna have a good day tomorrow. And
I'm not going into work until 1 o'clock because I'm gonna have breakfast with him. I'm gonna be there when he wakes up.
There you go.
I'm gonna have breakfast with him in the morning.
Awesome. Yeah, that's, you know what? I got to get my kids into wrestling. I mean, like my oldest is kind of into it. He's probably listening right now. But he tells me that he listens a lot. So,
Logan is getting really good with entrance music. So we kind of play this game in the car, and I'll play, whatever song, and he'll go, Miz, or, Randy Orton. And he's really, really good.
So basically what you're telling me is we need to do a video. We obviously can't monetize it, but we need to do a video of WWE theme music, Name That Tune, featuring Logan. That's what you're telling me.
If he doesn't know it, he'll look at me and go, "What's this, mommy?"
See, there you go. All right. So we're going to have to get together on that and do that at some point. Folks, thank you guys so much for joining us. Raw should be a lot of fun tonight. It should be a lot of fun heading into the Rumble. And yeah, if you haven't done so, please like this video. I want to see a lot of likes on this video. And if you are new to the channel, first off, welcome. But also, if you like, this show, we've got a lot of other content that we put out there, and we cover just about everything out there. So yeah, just subscribe to us and hit that post notification bell so you can know when we're on, because newsflash and spoiler alert, we're on a lot. So uh, just to
Almost every day.
almost every day. So yeah, thank you all for joining us, and wherever you're going to next, um, have fun, stay safe, and we will see you next time. If we don't see you tomorrow night for Impact or Thursday for our uh, podcast, we will see you again next Monday night for another episode of Abby's Window. Jody, same time next week. Sound good?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, take care. We'll see you again next Monday.